Hello, Scrappy Peeps! Susanna here today for Ellie's Studio, and it is the 10th, so that means that this is reveal day, and I am sharing with you this particular layout created using the December kit and add-ons. So you can see I've already pre-cut using one of the digital cut files, that special delivery out of black. As one of the add-ons this month, you have this metal die. It is the large photo strip metal die, and there are 3 openings in it, square openings, but I am only using 2 because A, that's what fit on the paper, and B, because that's what I had the patience for as far as making a shaker pocket. So that is what I'm going to do with my 2 openings there. This is another layout that fits into my Breaking Out of the Box series, so it is very much a grid layout, and it still very much has a grid feel to it, but because all of the elements are different sizes, as well as because they're different sizes, they aren't all lined up exactly with symmetry, but it still has a grid-like feel to it. So with the the Christmas pattern paper stack, I have created that quote-unquote envelope. It's really a bifold. But it has the look of an envelope, and I'm going to turn it into an envelope. So I will use this double-sided tape here, and that will then close that flap, and so you have the triangular piece that slides down in, but the idea is not to actually close it. The idea is just to nestle that pocket card from the kit there. So this layout is about Christmas packages, so there is no date actually on this layout, but it was November, before Thanksgiving. I know that for a fact. Christmas packages were already starting to arrive, with the shipping being the way that it is, and also just the shortages of things. We started Christmas shopping early, and my husband actually went out of town. He went to India, out of country. He went to India, and left these boxes to as temptation for my daughter and I. Nicholas is off at college, sitting there for a whole week, and you know, you can see who the sender of these packages is, and of course, as you're checking to see who they're for, you know, is it something that I ordered myself? You also see who the sender is, and one of them said Cincinnati Zoo, and we are big fans of the Cincinnati Zoo, and we're dying to know what was in that. And we were actually allowed to open that one, but we didn't ask until he came home. So we had this temptation of them sitting there. Anyway, so I am turkeying. Now I've got Thanksgiving on the brain. We are turning this frame into a shaker. So you can see I have acetate, and I cut that to the right size of the frame, or I'm trimming it down now. I have put double-sided tape, and that is what is holding the acetate to the frame. And then I used my anti-static pouch, and I am now going to put double-sided foam tape along all of those openings, so that I have 2 square openings that will be the shaker. And I don't fill the windows, but that's okay, because it's still fun, and you still have the movement of those sequins. Can you hear me shaking the layout? You still have the movement of those sequins that are in there, and it adds a little fun. You know, Christmas is sparkle and fun, and this is sparkle and fun, or it should be. Christmas should be. It is not always for everybody, and I fully acknowledge that, and I'm sad that it's not that way for everybody. So my foam is larger than the opening, and so I have to cut it. My piece of advice to you with this is make sure your scissors are clean, for one, that there's no adhesive on them, and my second piece of advice is make sure that they are super sharp. You can see I keep snagging with these scissors. I know for a fact that they were not clean, and I should have cleaned them and made my life easier for myself, but no, why would I do that? So various different bits of sparkle that I'm going to put in there. Some are cup sequins, some are they're not glitter pieces, but they're kind of like glitter pieces that are silver, some black sequins, and I believe that's it. I do wish I had put a little bit more in than what I have there, but it works. So the problem I am going to run into here is that I can't flip that right side upside down, right, onto the page. So I actually have to put the page onto it. And so I was petrified that I was going to put the page down and it was going to end up like crooked, and you can't really pull this up. So it's kind of a one and done, and make sure that you are putting this down in the right spot thing. So fortunately, yes, I do work on that grid background. And so I knew where everything was, sort of, because of that grid there. And so it was kind of a shot in the dark, but it was kind of a somewhat calculated shot in the dark. I wouldn't say that it was fully calculated. So I did measure where I wanted it to go, the borders on the back side, and then that way I could line up knowing where it was on that grid. And it worked out. Thank goodness it worked out, but it was a little bit of a crapshoot there. So that is a black and white photo of my husband's office chair with the packages that he left laying around and or the packages that arrived as he was gone. And I turned it to black and white because really what all you needed to know was the packages that had been arriving, and there was a lot of color and a lot of mess. And so by converting it to black and white, really all you saw was the desk chair and the packages. So in retrospect, I wish I had put some red pattern paper behind the diagonal stripes in special delivery, but I didn't. So it is what it is, because I definitely put it down with liquid adhesive, which does not come up. I could have probably pried it, but it's not worth it. And it's one of those just small details that isn't important, but is a detail, right? So this month you can have, there are 2 stamp set options. There's Snow Much Fun and the In the Mail stamps. I am using the In the Mail stamps to add more to my layout. So I am stamping on one of the pink cardstocks just for the plain pink pattern paper. It's kind of more of a reddy pink. And then I am using my 2-inch hole punch in order to stamp those received on In the Mail. So you will see in the close-ups that I do not fill out either of these labels. Oh, by the way, that label coordinates with the labels. In fact, coordinates with the labels from the label dies. I think you can see them in the top left corner there. There's a whole bunch of them. The circle might actually fit. I didn't even think to try that for some reason. And so I cut myself off as I was doing that, saying that. Oh, the labels are, and you will see this in the close-ups, I have not filled those in. Where it says package contains, what I end up using is the pink one. I really wanted to put Top Secret in there, and you'll see I try it with the red puffy letters, but unfortunately they don't fit in there. They're too big. And so I got distracted and I never finished that, but my intent is still to do that, is to go in and probably stamp that in there. So I want to put Top Secret in there. So this month you also get these December labels, and they come in some really fun colors, and I can see using those in my December daily. That's the pink label that I'm talking about at the top there. And so yeah, the December labels are super awesome. I definitely would recommend adding those to your collection. So there are pretty much two themes of the kit this month and or the add-ons. You have a snowy theme. There's the Let It Snow die cuts as well as the Snow Much Fun stamp set. And my second layout for the gallery was created using those products, and so be sure to check those out. I will link you to all of the new product in the description box down below, but those are super fun. But I love this for Christmas, Christmas cards, Christmas packages like I have here, and those kinds of gifts that you're sending to family who's far away, all of that kind of fun stuff. So I am not sure what that hello speech bubble says, but I knew I wanted to cover it up and use that. So you can definitely make things, even though they do not necessarily relate to what it is that you want to say, you can definitely find a way to make that work. So I used one of the dies, there you go, with the little red, or it's red with the white heart, and I'm going to use that to cover up what I don't want there. I think it says hello 2023 probably. And so one of these stamps has the word package, and there's an S somewhere so that I could say packages. And so I bits and pieced sticky paper note to make that work so that I could get the word packages. And super easy way of just getting the look that you want. I could have written it myself too. I don't mind my handwriting, and so in fact I like my handwriting, so I could have done that, but I had the options available to me, and so I decided to go with that. So that is I am off camera also going to add, available in the add-ons, are the matte silver heart and star cardstock stickers. I really love them. They go really well with the gold ones from last month, and will also very much get used in my December daily. So I am going to put two of those at the top and put a few more stamps on the page so you can see all of that here. So be sure to check out the description box for a link to all of the new product. Enjoy the close-ups. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.